father. The defense attorney today objected to the Arbery family having nationally recognized civil rights leaders join them in the courtroom. I want you to listen to what he said.
Obviously, there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence the jury in this case.
What's your response to that, Ben?
It's very offensive on every level that the family of Ahmaud Arbery cannot have the people who they choose to support them be in the courtroom. Nobody has said in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, people from national high-profile positions can't be in the courtroom to represent him. It seems to be what we always talk about, Wolf, this intellectual justification of discrimination. When you think about just the parallels going on between the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse and the trial of the killers of Ahmaud Arbery, when you think about the fact that in Kyle Rittenhouse trial, they say you can't refer to the deceased individuals as victims. You have to call them arsonists and looters and rioters for supporting Jacob Blake Jr. And similarly, in Georgia, they don't want to refer to Ahmaud Arbery, a young man who was lynched for jogging while black, as a victim. Now, if the roles were reversed, you would not hear any of this. If that was a black father and son who chased the unarmed young, killed him, everybody would say that this was bloody murder and the court's rulings would support such. It's only different when you have people standing up for the lives and the liberty of black people in America.
That is all that needs to be said when it comes to this Ahmaud Arbery case. We all know right now that that father and son tandem should be put in jail. We all know how justice is served in America. You see it in both cases, and I'm glad that both cases are on national TV, so you can see the difference in how justice is dispensed in America. So many of us have said this throughout the history. There's two types of justice: white justice and black justice. And you're seeing it right on national TV in 2021. How could anyone say that you can't have black pastors at the side of the family of Ahmaud Arbery? You can have a certain amount of people in that court that wishes to support your family as a victim of these two father and son masked gunmen who basically hanged a young man on the street from jogging. This is one of the worst cases of just being killed while jogging black, and we all know it. I don't want to hear a damn thing from this attorney. In this case, this father and son tandem, they should receive the death penalty for what they did to Ahmaud Arbery, hunted him down like he was a slave and killed him in broad daylight. This makes no sense. And what they are basically saying is that when you see these trials and you see these lawyers and you see these judges, what do you see? You see them all on cold. And what I'm talking about, they will fight for their own, they will protect their own, and they will make sure their own is somehow released or get a light sentence. That's what it's all about. And you have to understand that. This is why it is so important that we protect our own, because everybody else is on cold. Now, Ahmaud Arbery's killers, since it was so blatant and done in such a fashion, they may end up going into jail. But someone like Kyle Rittenhouse, he will end up getting a light sentence. Yes, they will put some charges on him. He will be convicted of some light charges. He'll get maybe a year or two in jail, maybe be out in 12 months. Then he may proceed with the rest of his life. This is justice in America for the whole world to see. But those black pastors should stay strong. And they should go to that courthouse to let that lawyer know that there is no intimidation. There is just standing there with the victim's family to give them comfort during this trial. You know it, I know it, and everybody knows it. This has to stop, because you just can't tell somebody they can't come to court because they happen to be a pastor. When did pastors start intimidating juries? This is nonsense, and it's disrespectful to black pastors. He wouldn't say that about a Muslim, a imam. He wouldn't say that about a Jewish so-called pastor. He wouldn't say that about anyone else. But he said that about black pastors because he has no respect for them. This is shameful. But this is what the courthouse has become. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.